Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerd Shelves. I'm Michael.
I'm Judy.
And today we are going to talk about the 3 things we love about
Carpe Diem.
Carpe Diem, a game designed by one of my favorite designers, Stefan Feld. So, let's get started right now. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's start with number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
I like the component of the game where they have the rooster
Yeah.
and the fish
Yeah.
and the grapes, all that. Because like I say about previous video in Wingspan, I wish they would have those kind of thing. And this game they do. And I like it.
Wooden components, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the wooden one. Yeah,
Yep.
it make the game different, more fun. I think.
Absolutely.
Better than the flat token.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of wooden components.
Yeah.
I said it in another video. I like wood. I like wooden components. The wooden meeples and the grapes and the fish and the roosters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
great.
it's just like meeples, right? It makes it more interesting that you grabbing the real stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's yours?
Definitely. My number 3 is, so I love the movement of picking up the tiles on the main board. Now, this game, this version, we have the older version where the movement is in a star pattern.
Yes.
Newer versions of the game, it's just in a circle. But either way, whichever version you have, it doesn't matter. I love the fact that you are going from blueprint to blueprint to pick up the tiles from each spot, and you can go where other people are. But the best thing I love about that is that it doesn't matter how many people you're playing with. If you're playing with 4 people, 3 people, or 2 people, the game scales so well because there are 4 tiles on each spot. If you're playing with 4 people, all 4 of those tiles are available.
Yeah.
If you're playing with 3 people, as soon as 3 of them are gone, the last one's just removed from the game. And if you're playing with 2 people, as soon as 2 of them are gone, the other 2 are removed from the game.
It's very well designed for.
It's very well designed. Yeah, it's
really
awesome.
good.
So you really have to, I know a few times with you thought you had it planned where you could go back and get those tiles because there were 3 left on a spot. I went and grabbed one of them, leaving 2 left, and they got removed from the game. And you're like, oh, I forgot that they were removed from the game.
It's just my style of playing.
Yeah.
Forgetting.
No, it is a little bit hard to remember sometimes, but I just think, yeah, it's designed so well. And that movement, that whole movement track, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my number 3.
That's great.
Yeah. Number 2?
Number 2.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is a green field around the board. I like how, you have to plan how you build your building and the extra scoring point at the green field around it.
Right. Yeah, it adds to the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, surprise, that's my number 2 too.
Number 2 too.
Yeah,
It's funny because
Yeah.
I remember you were so focused on that, but it's so frustrating because it's not as easy as it seems.
Totally.
And then one tile you miss, and then the whole score is just gone.
Yeah. So basically what it is, if you haven't played it yet, there's you put a frame around your playing board where you build all your tiles or you build all your constructions, and around that frame there's a certain kind of construction with an arrow pointing through it. And if that line can intersect your constructions on your board, you get the bonus points indicated.
Yeah.
But that changes every game because it's like a puzzle where you put
moves.
different pieces around your board.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. So when you're adding your you're building your constructions, you have to think about where those frame achievements are.
I basically base on that when I play because the out frame is,
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you a direction of where to build certain things. And
I like how they make it as a puzzle. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, did I use cool wrong?
No, it's very cool.
It is very cool.
You did not use cool. Well, maybe. Just because I think it's cool doesn't mean it's really cool.
I like how it's a small loop and you have to put them together. I was like, oh, I finished the puzzle.
Oh, you think that part's cool?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
cut this out.
Okay, so we have the same number 2. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, so let's move right to number 1.
Oh my goodness, are we gonna have the same one?
I don't know.
Okay, I like the construction mechanic.
Okay.
How you so you have to complete your building, or like I said, chicken coop and your ocean.
Ponds, not oceans.
Oh, is it
There's
pond?
ponds.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of fish as ocean. Yeah. Same water, different kind.
They're both water. Fair enough.
Yeah, I like. Well, a lot of them only take 2 to finish, but Villa is the really challenging one, and I really enjoy how it's an ending scoring, but it's really challenging you to put more.
Right.
Yeah, because
You can keep building and building and building.
it gets bigger and bigger, and just while you're giving up because your tile is not coming up and they show up and you're thinking is that gonna match my green field around the board?
Right, exactly.
Is it gonna
Yeah.
is it gonna fit my end game score at the side of the board?
Because the villas don't score end game unless the villas are completed and you've closed them.
Yeah, and that's very interesting.
I think that really messed me up one game.
Yes.
I forgot that rule. You count your how many chimneys are in your villa for end game scoring, and I just thought you counted your chimneys. I'm like, this is great. I'm going to win. But then I reread the rules, and the villa has to be closed, and I got 0 points, and I lost.
It was too bad because you build so much.
I know, it was huge. I had this huge villa with 0 points. Anyways.
Many buildings in there. That was really good.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's not my number 1, but that is a good one.
Nice. What's yours?
Yeah. My number 1, what I love about this game, and I think is a brilliant mechanic, is the end, not the end of game scoring, but the end of round scoring. So on the side of the board, you have cards that you put down, and on each card, there's a semicircle on the sides, top and bottom, and when you put them together, they form a circle. So 2 cards form a circle. And at the end of the round, you place your tokens on one of those circles. So it's overlapping 2 cards.
Yeah.
And they're like contracts. And if you have those 2 cards completed, then you get the bonus points for the end of round.
Those are really cool.
Very cool. But the brilliant part is that your tokens stay there. So the next round, there are less spots available. And then by the end, there's only 1 or 2 spots that you can choose from. So you really have to change your strategy by what is available on the end of round. It's such a great mechanic.
I think I put that in my second one, but then I realized how much I hate it at the same time. I have a love-hate relationship because, like I say, I'm not very good at remember stuff. So at the end, it always end up, I forgot I put my token there.
Right.
So now I have to work so hard toward that, but then everything else is mess up.
That's funny. But actually, another great thing about it too is that, let's say, for example, you need 3 fish to complete the contract. When you put your token there, if you have 6 fish, you've actually completed it twice, and you get double the bonus points.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like I say, I love it too, but I just hate it at the same time.
I know. Love hate. I love that. But for me, I put it number 1 because this is a good game. Like I said, moving the meeples and picking up the tiles and building your constructions on your own mat. I mean, that's cool. That's great. But this end of round bonus section of the board, that just completely changes the game.
Yeah.
It just makes the game one step above all of these other tile laying games.
Right?
And it changes because you have so many cards that you put out there, and the cards change all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Every round, I always cross my finger. Please help my game.
Yeah.
Don't come out something suck.
Yeah. Well, they don't change every round. They're there for the whole game, but every game, they're different ones.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, it's great. This game, when I first saw this game, I love Stefan Feld. Stefan Feld is my favorite designer. I love pretty much anything that he's designed.
He's very good.
Very good. But when I saw this, I thought, okay, it seems a little easier, a little lighter. But I didn't think I would enjoy it that much. But wow, was I wrong. As soon as we started, when I was reading the instructions, and I'm like, okay, yeah, easy, whatever. But as soon as we started playing it, I was like,
it's complicated.
Wow, it's not complicated, it's deep.
Yeah.
There's just the strategy goes so deep, and you don't realize it until you start playing it. Oh, it's so good! I want to play it right now.
I think when I kissing bed.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, fair.
I think this game will be the kind of game that the more you play, the more familiar you are, and it will go really easy.
Yeah,
It'll become very easy after you play often, because every time you complete a building, a dwelling, it's got its own function. You go to somewhere or you get some stuff, and it's just not something that you will remember if you only play
True.
once a while. And that's how I see it as the difficult part.
Right, that's true. I mean, you do have player aids which tell you what each building and each dwelling does. But you're right, there are quite a few of them, and it's hard to remember for sure. And the more you play it, the easier that part gets. But the game itself changes. The replayability, the frames around your board change. The end of round goals change. The tiles that come out that you can choose, everything changes. So you can never rely on one strategy.
Yeah,
right?
It's changes every time. It's really fun.
Ah, so good.
Play
Such
often.
a good game. Yeah. Top shelf?
Middle shelf.
Middle shelf.
I have to say.
Oh, controversial.
To be top shelf, but to be top shelf has to be something. It doesn't require me to play often.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it has to be something that we can play it as the scythe, right? Still top shelf.
Your favorite.
It's so complicated, but somehow I just remember it, and
fair enough.
I always have it on my top shelf.
Okay, fair enough.
But this one, I love it, but I will have to play more often to be on the top shelf.
Okay.
And right now, I think it's just at the middle shelf.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, sorry. I love you. I love your game. I just need to
It's on my top shelf. I love it. I love it. I think it's a great
I
game.
do love his game.
Yeah.
It's always very well designed throughout the game. Yeah, everything.
I'll tell you why I love this game. You do have a good point, and that is true that if you don't play it a lot, sometimes it gets a little bit confusing with the different dwellings and buildings. But why I love this game is because it has that Stefan Feld point salad thinky feel to it, but it's much shorter than most Stefan Feld games. Like you can a 2-player game, you can play this in about an hour.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
That's a beauty. Yeah. So you don't have to sit there 3 hours thinking, when am I going to finish my building?
For sure.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Those are the 3 things we love about Carpe Diem. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you enjoy the Nerd Shelves series, why don't you hit that subscribe button below? It would really mean a lot, and we would appreciate your support.
And leave comments.
And please leave comments if you've played Carpe Diem. Tell us what you think about it or other Stefan Feld games. So, that's it for this episode. Come join us next time when we take a look at another game.
Yeah.
Okay?
And before that,
go get another game off of your nerd shelves. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.